Hello, I'm hoping this is recording, because I'm not sure, but I'm hoping it is. This is Algebra 1, Section 2.6, the Distributive Property. If it's not recording, I'll just have to do it again. Alright, so this is another property. Remember we learned associative, identity, all of those last video, 2.5. But this one is called the Distributive Property, and it's pretty easy, and a lot of you have already learned this in pre-algebra, but this is how it works. If you have parentheses, what's on the outside of the parentheses goes for everything on the inside of the parentheses. Now, step one is I draw arrows to remind me of that fact, that I am multiplying by 2, and I have to multiply the x by 2 and the 5. Now, I am slightly dyslexic, so anything that helps me with organization helps me not turn things upside down and get them mixed up. So anything like those arrows really help me, and I want you to do them too. Alright, so first 2 times x. Remember, you just write a number next to a letter if they're being multiplied. And then 2 times 5 is 10. And we keep that plus sign. So that's the answer. Let's try another one. Now this one, they wrote the x in the back. Part of my dyslexia organization, I can't take that. So if that x is in the back, I have to rewrite it in front. So my step one to this problem is to rewrite it with the x in the front. So I encourage you to do that too. Now I can draw my arrows. That's step 2 on this one. Now I do my multiplying. Because remember, parentheses means multiply. X times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. Now, why didn't I do anything else here or here? The rule is, for adding and subtracting, you cannot add them or subtract them unless they have the same letters with the same exponents. So this one has an x, that one doesn't. That's all we can do. This one's squared, that one's not. That's all we can do. So now this one, I'm going to rewrite it first. 8 times 1 plus 2x. I'm going to draw my arrows. Now I'll go over here. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2x is 16x. 8 times 2 is 16. You write the x next to it. You keep your plus sign. So there's that one. Okay, let's do this one. I know I'm going fast, but I have to because of the time restraints on my camera. Sorry about that, but I think hopefully if you need me to slow down, just pause it and think about it. Y times 1 is y. Anything times 1 is itself. Y times negative y is a positive and a negative, make a negative. Y squared. Y times y is y squared. Can we do anything with them? No. That one has a square, that one doesn't. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. You just write them next to each other. And negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Ta-da! Let's do another one. Negative 4 times y is negative 4y. You just write them together. Negative 4 times 5, you have one negative and one positive, so it's negative 4 times 5 is 20. Ooh, that's pretty messy. Hopefully you can get it. I always have to write over that way. It's kind of hard. It's easier for me to write this way. All right, let's do this one. Now, this is an understood 1 times this problem. So I draw my arrows. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Negative 1 times negative 3x is positive 3x. We distributed the negative. Negative 9x times x is, there's only one negative, so it's negative 9, 2 x's, so it's x squared. Negative 9 times negative 1 is positive 9x. 2 negatives turned it positive. We can't add them. They have to be the same letters with the same exponents to add them. Okay? The next thing in your book is a word problem. So you want to buy 6 CDs. They cost $11.95 each. whenever you do a word problem, I want you to write your knowns and unknowns here. And I wrote my knowns. The amount I'm going to have to pay is what? There's my unknown. And I'll make, so to get the amount, I'm going to have to multiply. So it's going to be 6 times 1195. Now that's about 6 times 12. If you were rounding off, you remember you always got to think about tax too. But they say it's 7170. And you would do that on your calculator. But oh yeah, always have to leave about 7% for the tax man. Alright, so this is an algebraic expression, negative x plus 3y squared. We can't add them up. They're not the same letters with the same exponents. This is called a term. This whole thing is called a term. The number that is in front of the letters is called the coefficient. This coefficient is -1. It's an understood -1. This coefficient is a 3. That's the exponent. If they can only be added if they're like terms. If you have a number with no letters, they call it the constant term. Like that's -6. I call it a bare number. Either one. Alright, so let's show that here we can add them together. We're allowed because they have the same letters with the same exponents. Now, before we do it, we have to sing a song. And this one has a dance, okay? It goes like this. If they're the same, we have to gather them up. So this is a song from before my time, so it's definitely before yours. But it's the song that's going to help us remember what to do. Now, if you're taking the ACT, SAT, something like that, just sing in your heart, but singing helps. Okay, so this is the song. Gathering up your terms, stowing away the time. I don't know what the time has to do with it. Gathering up your terms. We have sung this since I was your age when we do this. So 2 on each side is the dance. It's not too complicated. And the song is gathering up your terms. I've had kids like be shopping at Kroger and go, "Miss Blackburn, I heard the gathering up your terms song." Okay, so these X's are like units. 8 meters plus 3 meters is 11 meters. But so 8x plus 3x is 11x. You add up the numbers and just write the letter down. How about this one? 4x squared plus 2 minus x squared. You can't do anything with the 2, but these x squareds can be gathered up. So we're going to sing, gathering up your terms. Now sometimes I'll just do my fingers. Alright, so 4x squared minus 1x squared is 3x squared, and the 2 gets unchanged. I will cross them out sometimes after I've gathered them. Here's another problem that's in your book. We're going to need to use the distributive property first. 3, and then we have -2 times 4 is -8. -2 times x is -2x. These are the terms that can be gathered up. They're the bare numbers. So 3 minus 8 is -5 minus 2x. There's nothing you can do with this. Now, here's a little etiquette thing. I have time to teach it to you. Math weirdly has etiquette. And the etiquette is you put letters before bare numbers. So the right way to write this is -2x minus 5. Like that. Alright, let me make sure we talked about everything. Yep. Alright, so the book has it that way, but this is really considered the more proper etiquette thing. And also, like this one, X's go before Y's. I don't know who wrote the etiquette. Emily Post for Math, I guess, but there is some. Alright, that's it for section 2.6. Math is fun. See you later.